I want to say that one of my favorite things that we ever did, that we ever published on our YouTube channel, was when Will did his holiday treats on the holiday special. And every day he wore this uncomfortable itchy sweater, and he had like a Reese's, and then he had like an M&M, and then he had a Kit Kat, and it was all like holiday themed. Nice. And he delivered it so straight and so dry. And I just remember, I just watched it and I just fucking giggled the whole time, because he'd eat like a Hershey's Kiss and he'd be like, oh my, that's too much for me today.
Mountain Dew gingerbread snapped. I'm afraid of this one. I love gingerbread. I used to love Mountain Dew. I don't anymore. It makes me sick if I drink too much of it. What the fuck?
And I just thought that was the most fucking entertaining thing we ever put on the YouTube channel.
I remember exactly what you're talking about, and it's burned in my brain.
Yes.
I think about it every once in a while.
It's so minimal,
classic,
but so big. It was just like, I loved that so much, and I want him to do something like that with coffee. I want it to be like Will's coffee time.
Ooh.
Megadads Live is a mature-rated podcast. It's for the Megadads, the Mega Moms, but not the Mega Kids. So put on those earmuffs and let's go!
This morning routine isn't anything to talk about. It's apologetically wake my wife so I can have the room, reassemble the PC so I can have this, and then, brush my teeth, wash face, all that jazz.
Oh shit!
It's not interesting.
Brush my teeth. Oh my god!
A little
Do you don't drink coffee, right? You admitted that to us before.
No, I drink coffee.
You do drink coffee. Okay, great.
No, I am one of those caffeine dependent people. I get headaches.
How do you feel about people when they say I don't drink coffee? Like, what is your reaction deep down?
Like, okay.
I don't drink coffee.
Cool.
That's you. I knew there was an asshole on this podcast who says I don't drink coffee.
I just choose not to drink it.
Oh my god! Great, congratulations.
Are you guys both like coffee dependent?
I mean, most people are. Adam, you fucking Puritan.
Right. I'm not as dependent as I used to be. I used to work at a coffee shop, and I could have all the free espresso I wanted.
You're getting high on your own supply, right?
That was the time. At the worst, I was hitting like 10 shots of espresso a day.
Dude.
Yeah.
Dude, what's that like?
The first couple times it's bananas. But then
and he's just watching sunrises.
You're just chasing that 10-shot espresso high.
No, it's not like that. Well, I have ADHD. No. So caffeine doesn't hit me quite the same as it does everybody else.
In what way?
I was just kind of a lot more. It does, unless I go like way above my usual consumption, I don't like get hyped up or anything. It doesn't wake me up or keep me up. Mm-hmm. It just kind of keeps things quiet in my head a little bit. It makes it a little easier to focus on stuff.
Nice.
Huh.
I've been self-medicating with caffeine since I was in high school. Mm-hmm. It was Mountain Dew then. I can't touch that stuff anymore. Burned myself out on it. And like when I said I was up to 10 shots of espresso, I didn't do that all the time. And it's not like I went from 0 to 10 or anything like that. Now I'm down to I just have a glass of cold brew a day.
What's that?
That's what my wife drinks.
That is, that's when you no.
Okay, that's not
different.
What my wife drinks.
No. Okay, iced coffee is you make the coffee normally, so it's hot, and then you ice it. I don't like iced coffee. I think it's bitter. I think it just kind of brings out more bitterness to it. Cold brew is you take the grounds and you leave them in kind of room temperature water, and it's kind of like a longer steep.
Whoa.
And you end up with what is essentially concentrate, and you got to cut it a little bit.
Oh shit!
If you make it yourself, you can buy it at the store and like it's fine. Just drink it that way. But it's a lot smoother, in my opinion, that way. And that's just my preferred consumption method anymore. It's cold.
You know what this is?
A cup.
Grape Kool-Aid.
Ugh. Grape?
So thank you for sharing your knowledge with me, Will. Your life is fascinating, and I will continue to go to you for all of my questions related to coffee from now on. And Adam, what the fuck is your problem?
Mega Dad's being super positive.
I know
what
what's
that
happening.
Sailor Moon drawing in the background. I'm always interested. That Sailor Moon drawing has not left ever since we started recording with you again.
Oh, yeah. No, that is just...
Am I right? Is that Sailor Moon?
Yeah, no, it is.
Anime shit on this
No, it's not. That is a picture that my son found of his own accord and colored it for my wife as a present.
That's so nice.
Yeah,
There
he
you
is.
go.
He's really nice.
I forgot about our kids. We could be super positive.
Your kids are
about
nice.
Yeah,
huh?
sure, yeah. Yeah, sure. My super positive is my son. Yeah. You know, we played Fortnite the other night,
Ooh.
and, you know, we ended up winning this one game, and he did really well, and I was like, good job. You'll carry me soon in this video game.
Oh, yes, they will.
They're so good. Their dexterity, these kids.
I mean,
Crazy.
really just anything that means I have to try less in a competitive online environment is fine.
The place to be for Megadads socials is the Megadads Discord, where you can engage with your favorite Megadads as well as other friends of the Megadads every single day in our stress-free and welcoming social space. When you're a member of our Discord, you will get alerts for all of our content drops, so you never have to miss a review, a podcast, or a hot take. Partake in our fun weekly Megadads holidays like Waluigi Wednesday and Final Fantasy Sunday. And become an active participant to make it on JB's Discord leaderboard. Megadad's Discord is fun, free, and follows you wherever you go. Join us today and become part of the conversation.
Cocoon is a puzzle adventure game developed by Geometric Interactive, published by Annapurna, which Annapurna does not miss. And it's available on all platforms. This I was not aware of. Talk to me about Cocoon.
So there was a somewhat of a shadow drop on Xbox Game Pass. This game is on all platforms, like you said, and it's a puzzle adventure game. The first thing that I need to say is I don't typically like puzzle games. Like if that is the draw, I really don't want to work my brain and solve puzzles and put the key into the lock and all that stuff. It's not my go-to thing. And the reason that I picked it up though is for a game like that to draw my attention, it really has to be standout. So this game is actually by one of the creators of Inside, Jeppy Carlson, I think, the lead gameplay designer of Limbo and Inside.
Okay.
So I played Inside first, and I sat down with it, and I didn't stop. I didn't get up until I beat the game because it pulled me in that much. There was just something about it. The mystery, the visual style, that it drew me in. And then as soon as I finished Inside, I finally went back to play Limbo. And again, same thing. I just played it until I completed the game. So when I heard that, that's what piqued my interest. And I was like, let me try Cocoon. And it doesn't disappoint. This game has universal acclaim out the gate, and it belongs in the same tier as those other games.
It's a very different visual. Like just looking at the game, totally different.
It is very impressive what they're able to achieve. So like you said, visuals are the first thing that stand out to you. It's like a geometric alien insect like motif with like colorful popping neon colors and sprites, and so there's a lot going on. The animations of everything from the world moving and the creatures moving. It's hard to describe, but a lot is put into the way the world reacts, and it's almost like things that are typically like stationary or not alive all of a sudden come alive and
Very
twist
organic
and
looking.
turn and flip. Yeah, it's a very odd thing to describe, but you really should experience it for yourself. And what's interesting about that is typically a game will show its cards in that way, like visually, like, okay, here's what we're going for, and then it kind of falls to the background and you're just in there. They keep doing visual they present things in such an artful way that you just stop. Like a lot of times my character you could just progress, go to the next thing, but I waited for that animation and that music, and that like when I finally accomplish something, they're like bing, like however games do it, they're like, you did it, it's dead, you open the thing, whatever. It's like a crescendo of like sound and visuals that's like, wow, that's something I haven't seen before. And I think that's the pull of the game. This game is unique in capturing the game footage, because we're like, oh, let's capture the game footage of what we're playing, 5-10 minutes. So that was my goal. I'm like, let me sit here and just capture some footage first, and then I'll go and play on something else. I started on PC, Xbox Game Pass PC, and then I go to the Xbox later. I sit down for supposed to be 5-10 minutes. I could not stop, and I played a full hour, and I had like 78 gigs of like, because I was capturing full like resolution. I was like filling my computer up with this game. I was like, oh my god. But it was a fantastic experience. The game has no tutorial. It throws you into a world with very minimal intro, and then it's just like, boom, you're there. And we've seen that,
Yeah, I mean that's kind of this dude's bread and butter,
like,
right? Is just like
all of these artsy games, right? It's like there's going to be no tutorial at all. There's going to be no spoken word.
I think
setup.
a good puzzle game doesn't need one.
Yeah,
it should just start out simple enough to give you the idea of what you're supposed to be doing, and then add the layers as you go. Like, it shouldn't need one.
Absolutely,
in my opinion.
No, you're spot on, and that's what it does. It throws you into the world and slowly lets you discover everything. So, you start with the movement, you figure out what your mechanics are and how you're going to interact with the world. And it's simple. It's like, hold this, at certain points you can jump. You can, at certain points you can activate this. Then you can lead creatures like Pikmin style. Then you can, and it keeps unrolling.
I was gonna ask, like, is there like a puzzle hook? Like, to me, my favorite puzzle games, like Portal and Wayfinder, it's like, okay, here is the idea,
Yes.
and then they use that idea to expand and widen to have more unique puzzles. Is there a hook to this, or is it just does it continue to evolve?
So in the first hour that I played, it kept evolving the entire time. Every few minutes, it introduces another layer. And not until I would say about 30 minutes in do you really start to understand what the game is doing at its core. So what it ends up being, and the big like shtick or the thing that's very unique about the game, is you start to be in this alien world solving puzzles, and then you realize that you are pulled out and up out of the world, and then where you just were is in the shape of like a marble. And
I'm taking off my headphones because I'm going to get this video game, and I don't want to hear anything else.
This is so good. This
I'm
is
in.
so good. So the marble, you look down at the world, and you can kind of see things happening inside of it once you are lifted out of it. So you are like a bug-ish, like kind of faceless, like soldier type thing. Like, it's very odd, but you play as just like a thing that you have like kind of like wings a little bit, and you are some type of weird insect creature, and you are exploring and getting through the next barrier. And I don't want to spoil too much, but basically it is like puzzles, but they are done in such a unique way that someone like me who doesn't like puzzles was definitely pulled in. The difficulty is, I would say, spot on. I was stuck a few times, but never so much where I got frustrated. And there's everything from visual puzzles to like music to
so it really is
logic.
just like a wide array of
variety.
Okay.
So when you come out of the world that you were just in and you get sucked up to the overworld, you realize that there are other marbles that you can go into. So there are worlds sitting around, and you can pick up the world and take it with you like an item and use
weird
it. And the world ends up giving you, when you conquer the world and you unlock its true potential, that world becomes a type of tool and power up, and you can do things with it to manipulate the overworld. Then it really gets crazy. Then it says, and it reveals this beautifully, that this world that you've unlocked the potential of, you can carry that on your back and jump into another world. And now I have a water world like marble, right? Like a swampy ecosystem in my hands, and I've conquered it. And then I could put it on my back and jump into the desert world marble. And then I'm in there doing puzzles. And then suffice to say that once you introduce this mechanic, it starts to unravel more and more. Right. It starts to give you more options on what to do. And as soon as this happened and it gets mind-bending, I'm a little scared because I'm like, is this going to get too complex?
Right.
Surprisingly, again, the difficulty just keeps on pace, and I was never truly lost. But I was constantly fascinated because everything is a mystery. Everything is a spectacle. Everything is unexpected. That was the big world. I was like, as soon as I was doing this, I was like, okay, this is cool. It looks cool. It has great concepts, but where's the sense of danger?
Is there any combat or anything?
Yeah, I'm like, where's the action? Nothing's pushing back against me.
Yeah.
And then they introduce the enemies, and it's basically boss battles. I went back and forth, and my first thought was, these are some of the best boss fights that I've experienced. And then I'm like, is that too strong? I think they're the most interesting boss battles that I've ever had. But then I came back to it being the best. Because I'm like, really, what are boss battles? Visually, they should be impressive. Scale should be involved. Like, but really, you should say like, whoa, this is cool. And I was saying, whoa, this is cool. So I think that to not oversell it, I think it should be played by people who maybe aren't fans of the genre. I think that it's a gem, and it kind of shadow dropped. I think it was introduced at one point and won awards for like most anticipated game coming, so it was on some people's radar. I forget where it was revealed, but Cocoon is a excellent game. I played an hour, right? And then I'm like, okay, I'm finishing this game similar to how I am with Inside and similar to how I did with Limbo, right? I'm like, it's just a given. Like this is a play to the end game. And then I had to look up how much time it takes to beat. Can you guess for me, Adam, how much time it takes to beat this game?
Well, I'm guessing if you haven't beat it yet, this is going to be like a 60-hour game, right?
3.5 hours is the playtime right now on time to beat. So like people go in and they register. So what's happening is at first I was like, okay, that's disappointing because like it's a type of game where you would want more, right? But what I'm understanding is that what they must have done is this game is so tight and introducing more and more at such a perfect pace that I think they just focused, did like perfect pacing for 3 hours, and just left you with like, we're just giving you only the best, and you know, and we're keeping our creativity at 10, you know, like 10 out of 10 the whole 3 hours, and that's it. So
I'm gonna drop this right here.
Come back, Will. All right, Will's coming back. It's good, Will. I tried to keep it spoiler free as possible. Will is back. Adam has a hot take.
I think Will is gonna. I bet you're both gonna agree with me.
Okay.
You give me a compact, tight experience that delivers for the entire duration of it, and that every time I'm going to appreciate that more than a game that says we've got 100 hours of gameplay. The fact that the upcoming Assassin's Creed, they're like, you can beat this game in like 10 hours. I'm like, I'm back. I'm back into Assassin's Creed because the last thing I wanted to do is spend fucking 80 hours in Valhalla. No, I don't want that. Right? I want the tight, give me what you're going to give me, deliver it in the package that I feel like so many games are inflated. They're overextended because they want to do all the things. They want to do, just give me a great idea and you give it to me within like I said, a dozen hours is perfect for me.
Nice.
So now, anytime a game I hear it's, what some people would complain about being too short, to me, that's a plus. That is a benefit because to me, that says that the creators had a vision and they stuck to it. They didn't crumble to, the idea that there's value in hours played. That's bullshit. That's not where value is in a video game.
Right.
It's a must play. Long story short, guess how much the retail is on this? Again, it's on Game Pass.
I was gonna ask.
$25.
Will.
$30.
$19.99.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, it's
perfect.
I think that it speaks to the quality. I think a Steal thing, and it's gonna go on sale like everything, but I think like a $14.99 was what I was expecting before I looked it up. But I was like 20. I was like, typically I'd be like for such a short tight experience. But then you come right back to the quality and you say yes, $20 is more than fair.
Yeah.
It's an achievement game. It is. It will go down in like the puzzle game Hall of Fame. It's that good. And people will remember it. It'll stick with you once you finish it.
It looks really cool. Will's on board. I have a massive back catalog, but I guarantee I picked this up, like you said, when it does go on sale inevitably, probably spring or whatever next year.
Yeah,
so.
I'm playing too many things right now, but as soon as I get some of that stuff out of the way, I'm definitely going to look into this.
If you want to, you could beat it in a sitting. It's sitting at an 89 on Metacritic right now.
I can't sit that long, dude. I can't.
You can.
I can't sit that long.
I can sit that long.
I
don't know. I don't know how long it is, but I can sit that long.
All right. Hey everyone, it's Adam here from Megadads to tell you all about Zencastr. I've been podcasting here at Megadads for almost 10 years. And after fumbling around and struggling with other programs and platforms, I'm happy to say that the team has settled right here with Zencastr to record all of our podcasts. Zencastr is incredibly easy to set up and use right out of the gate. You can get going with podcasts that have studio quality sound as well as high fidelity video for everyone on your podcast. And with built-in multi-track recording, your post-production work is going to go off without a hitch. That multi-track recording is essential. It is the number one thing that you need for your podcast recording and editing. If you want to do it right, you got to do it with Zencastr. And with a suite of tools, your post-production work is going to be so easy. You can take out awkward pauses. You can adjust your recording levels on all of your multi-tracks. You can take out that pesky background sound, all with the click of a button. It's incredibly easy to use. We use Zencastr for everything here at Megadads, from recording our episodes of Megadads Live, having team meetings. Even this advertisement right here is created with Zencastr. I honestly don't know why you'd use anything else. Isn't that right, Mabel? See? Go to zencastr.com/pricing and use the code Megadads. This is important now. Use the code Megadads. You're going to get 30% off of your first month of any Zencastr paid plan. I want you to have the same easy experience that I do for all your podcasting and content creation needs. It's time to share your story. Go to zencastr.com/pricing and use that code Megadads. You think you can make a better podcast than me? Place to start is Zencastr.
So, yeah, it's not Christmas time. It's fall time. It's fall time. It's a little warm where I am, but that's because I live in a very unpleasant place. But it's fall time. It's fall time, so I have to recommend one of my favorite fall things, and that is the limited series Over the Garden Wall. You can watch it on Hulu, I believe, is the service it's on now. HBO Max fucking dropped it at the end of August, right before peak watch time. But that's because they're, fuck sticks, but, I won't do that. Over the Garden Wall is a short, I believe it's 10 or 12 episodes. The episodes are like 15 each, like 11, 12, somewhere in there. It is an animated thing. It's set, the whole thing just oozes fall and Halloween out of its every pore. It is my favorite comfort watch in autumn, Halloween. I watch it every year. I love it. It's got a star-studded voice cast. Elijah Wood plays one of the main characters.
Animated then? CG?
Yeah. No, drawn. Traditionally animated.
It looks like a storybook.
Christopher Lloyd is in it. It's great. It's great. And John Cleese is also in it for a little bit.
2014.
2014. Yeah, and I have watched it like every year since.
I didn't know this existed. It looks very
good.
Nice. It's so good. Is it dark or is it for kids?
It's at the end it gets a little dark. A little bit. I would still say kids are fine, maybe not the super little ones. It might be a little much for them toward the end. Or it might be the kind where they don't even notice, who knows? Kids don't pick up on stuff sometimes. But the first few episodes are more of that just good fall warm hug bullshit that, is just great. The second episode is about them going into a town and they're having a harvest festival. I'm not going to tell you how that episode ends, but like all of them have a little twist at the end of all of these stories, and then there's like a bigger twist at the end. And at the end, you're like, I don't know how much of that, was quote unquote real in this canon or whatever. I shouldn't have said that. Tim Curry's in it too. He plays Auntie. Tim Curry plays a character named Auntie Whispers.
It says here the series centers on two half-brothers who travel across a mysterious forest to find their way home.
The land.
Encountering a variety of strange and fantastical things. So the genre that's listed here is dark fantasy, comedy, mystery, adventure, horror. It has like all the genres.
All the things.
I would say horror is maybe a strong word.
Okay.
I think dark fantasy is appropriate. Because everything kind of has that little undertone to it that you see from place to place. I would not call this horror, though.
Wow.
To say that. If you have any appreciation for animation at all, one, talk to me so we can be friends. Two, watch Over the Garden Wall if you haven't already. If you have any appreciation for it at all and you haven't seen it, stop what you're doing and go watch it right now. It is fantastic. It's one of my favorites of all time.
I'm embarrassed to say that I still don't have Hulu. Still don't have Hulu, and I'm ashamed of it.
Don't worry about it. Jeez. You don't have Disney? You just didn't pay.
I have Disney,
$3
but I haven't done the bundle thing.
Dude, it's like
I know.
$2.
I'm living a terrible life.
Well, with a PlayStation fan, I understand.
Oh, Jesus Christ. Thank you for watching and listening to this episode of Mega Dads Live, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.
Bye.